Hey man, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com. AMC Movie Theaters announced earlier this week that they are launching a new credit card in early 2023, and we don't have all the information about the credit card, but sometimes even with limited information, you can pretty much be sure that you are seeing a product that is going to stink. And this credit card falls into that category. So we don't have a definitive date for the card launch other than it is early 2023, but to up the hype, AMC has started a waiting list for the expected high demand for the card, which I interpret to mean we would like to generate some high demand. So we're going to create a waiting list to try and make you feel like people really want this thing. So anyway, here's what we know, or what we think we know. The AMC Entertainment Visa will be a no annual fee card. It will give you rewards using some sort of formula where there's a base number of points that you'll earn on all of your purchases, and then certain categories where you will earn an enhanced amount of points. You'll earn more points for AMC purchases, obviously, and then you'll also earn more for gas purchases, for grocery purchases, for dining purchases. But we don't know how much more or even what that base level of points is going to be. And the way that AMC runs their current rewards program is sort of one of those things where they give out a ton of points, but the points individually aren't worth very much. So right now, in order to get $5 in rewards to use at AMC, you actually have to have 5,000 points. So they'll, give you 20 points per dollar or 100 points per dollar or whatever, depending on the situation, but those points aren't worth very much. So when you initially see this card roll out, you might see a lot of points per dollar, and if you don't realize that those points aren't worth very much individually, then you might think it is a great deal when it might not be. Anyway, a bonus opportunity for new card holders. On this card, it's going to be $50 in AMC Stubs bonus bucks, as long as you spend $50 with the card in the first 3 months of having it. So those $50 can be used toward concessions, or they can be used for movie tickets, depending on the level you are at within the AMC Stubs program. And so let's talk a little bit more about that. The AMC Stubs program, you'll have to be part of their loyalty program in order to get the card and to earn any rewards. Now there's an AMC Stubs Insider level, which is free. You don't have to pay anything to get it, and you can get various rewards and discounts, that kind of thing. And then there's also the AMC Stubs A-List and AMC Stubs Premier, where you do pay something each year to be part of those programs, and then you earn more in rewards and you earn more in extras with those programs. Now, if you get the AMC Visa when it comes out, if you are part of the free Insider program, the points that you earn on this card, the only way you will be able to redeem them is for concessions at AMC theaters. So essentially what you're doing, if you get the card and you're only an insider in the free AMC Stubs program, you're getting a credit card that rewards you in popcorn and Coke and snow caps. There's no other way for you to redeem those points. Now, if you're paying and you are part of the premium or the A-List program, you can also use your points toward movie tickets, but still you're only talking about concessions and movie tickets that you can actually use those points for. So there obviously isn't a lot of flexibility here in terms of how you use your points. Now, maybe it's not fair if I'm being a little bit mean about this credit card, because first off, I don't know all of the details about it, and second of all, it sort of seems like it functions like a lot of store cards where you have a retail store and they're going to give you a lot of points for that retail store, but you're not going to earn much else, and you're only going to be able to redeem those points at that store. So this is a very common thing, and if you're someone that goes to AMC theaters a ton and you're going to get a really nice amount of points, then maybe this is something that would be exciting to you, even if you're only using those points on popcorn and Coke and snow caps. But for me, you've got very little flexibility here, so unless you are super hardcore, I'd rather see you get a credit card, something like the Capital One Saver One card, where you've got no annual fee. You can get 3% cash back on entertainment purchases, which includes movie tickets, and then you're also getting 3% back on grocery purchases, on dining purchases, on streaming service purchases, and a $200 bonus opportunity potentially. So that is a card that you can use a lot more. The AMC card, I cannot imagine, even if I was getting a higher multiple on the grocery, gas, and dining purchases, those points I earn still only going to be able to be redeemed at AMC. Now, a couple other things to consider here that I don't want to leave out. First off, the new AMC Visa is going to be issued by Celtic Bank or Celtic Bank, however they pronounce it, and then also on the Deserve credit card platform. And that to me suggests that maybe this is a card that is going to be a little easier for people to get if they don't have very high credit scores than maybe the Capital One card I just talked about or some other cards out there on the market. So perhaps there's a reason to think that this is a card that people might find attractive if they can't get approved for some of the better cards on the market. And then of course the second thing I haven't talked about is the whole AMC meme stock phenomenon over the last year and how this card sort of plays into it a little bit. So if you get on the waiting list for the AMC Visa card and then you eventually get the card, or maybe you only have to apply for the card even if you're rejected, I'm not sure which. But anyway, you will be entered into the sweepstakes where if you are the winner, you would get a trip to go to a movie premiere and walk the red carpet with the AMC CEO, Adam Aron. Now, normally, going to a movie premiere might seem pretty cool. Going to a movie premiere with the CEO of AMC might be like, well, okay, fine, I guess I'll go with the CEO if I have to. But in this case, over the last couple years, if you have not been paying attention, AMC stock has been on a wild ride due to the fact that a particular Reddit board in particular sort of decided that they were going to blast the stock price of AMC from around $2 up to around $60, basically by just retail investors buying and buying and buying and pushing the stock up for no particular reason, not because the stock had gotten any better, but just in some cases, I guess just to say that they could do it. And so it got bid up and up and up, and then it became this meme stock where people are constantly talking about and constantly encouraging each other to continue to buy the stock so that they could raise the stock price. Well, now it has fallen all the way into like the $5 to $6 range as I make this video. But during all this period, AMC then became like this huge talking point where people were very excited about it. Again, for no particular reason other than they just sort of whipped up a frenzy about it. But anyway, all of this is to say that the idea of going to the movie premiere with the AMC CEO is a little more interesting maybe to some people, and maybe an ironic way than it would be normally if it was just some other company that had not had this whole meme stock thing going on. So maybe hanging out with the AMC CEO hits different, as the kids say, than it would if you were hanging out with some other CEO. Would love to hear your thoughts on that, on the card in general, about anything else that you might want to talk about in the comments section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. If you're not going to leave a comment or go to the website, I would suggest that next you should watch this video.